just talking.
We're just chatting it up.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
What's the date? Wednesday.
November 9th.
Yes.
2016.
Yeah, and wow. What
Hey,
a day, right?
what's new? Anything new, guys? Yeah.
Post-election day. I mean, New York was kind of like stunned this morning, right? And everyone at Broadway.com, and it's just been a crazy day.
Yeah.
And I mean, everyone's tweeting. I mean, Broadway is like definitely reacting.
Broadway's got a lot to say today.
We have a new president.
The new president-elect.
Yes, president-elect. And you know, the best thing about today was that every once in a while they buy us lunch here. And well, you know, everybody gathered in one of our conference rooms and watched Hillary Clinton's concession speech.
Yeah.
Very emotional. And then they have lunch sometimes
Every
for
once in a while we
us.
get a catered lunch. It's a
And
nice
today it was awesome because it was like Thanksgiving themed. So it was like the most like.
It was good to think about what we're grateful for today.
It was comfort food too.
Yeah, we carb
It was
loaded a
like
bit
turkey
today.
and ham and stuffing and yams and anyway, it kind of felt good.
was good.
So anyway, Broadway's moving on with news. Oh, we have a
But
guest.
first,
We have a special guest.
I can't believe you forgot.
Sorry, I had to get
Postell
that.
Pringle is here from Othello, the remix.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that.
I can't wait to see it
We
either. I
are
went to the
big
press
Q
event.
Brothers fans, and you,
we are Bombity of Errors. Fun fact. Way back in the day,
go ahead.
2000. Beth and I started doing this in 2000. We met in the year 2000. That was a year.
We're a long-running show here. Yeah.
And that's when the Bombity of Errors.
They were right before that, yeah.
Yeah, it was like I'm sorry, my phone's making noise.
Yeah,
And we did a video. It was like the first.
Not only did we do a video, but when Broadway.com launched on May 1st,
Yes.
2000, Bombity of Errors was on the launch.
because the press agent Judy Jacksina said, "I
wanna
want
be on
the
the
Bombity
launch."
Boys on the launch."
And they taught us how to rap. They gave us a
And
rap
we went
lesson.
down
This
there
is
and
way
did a video
pre-Hamilton,
shoot.
people. You
Anyway,
guys
so
were
that's
in
our
middle school
that's our
stuff.
history with this, which is why we love and we're happy they're back. And
Doesn't matter.
Othello the
Postell
remix.
is here to talk Othello.
Yeah.
Othello himself is here, ladies and gentlemen.
But first, some news. Alex Brightman, congratulations. He got a job. He has a nice little TV gig for Showtime. He's doing a pilot. It's called Smilf. Smilf, like
What does
MILF
that
with
mean?
an S. I think it means single MILF. I'll leave the rest to
Okay.
those who understand
yeah,
that.
We got it.
It's about a single 20-something mom played by Frankie Shaw. It's based on, I guess, a short film she made.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex Brightman is going to play Jesse, a guy who had a crush on her in high school. And Rosie O'Donnell plays her mom.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, why not?
We
I'm
love
happy,
Alex
very happy
Brightman.
for him. He just left
Kinky? What am I saying? School of Rock.
Kinky Boots.
I've got Kinky Boots on the
School
mind.
of Rock.
School of
and,
Rock.
immediately got a TV gig, so I'm very happy. And he's also writing and developing all kinds of
He's
things,
got a lot
too.
going on.
Remember King Charles II?
King Charles III.
Oh, whatever.
We are a little tired
Are
today.
you? I didn't get any sleep. Are you watching The Crown yet? By the way,
Not yet.
it's super good.
Do you recommend it?
It's super good on Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Caitlin
I'm not
likes
always into British royal stuff, but I like it a lot.
What a recommendation.
Anyway, that play that was on
King
Broadway.
Charles III.
Yeah, I wish
which
I
was
wrote
written
that
by
second.
Mike Bartlett. And it was
Yes.
a really great show about Prince Charles ascending to the
So
throne.
they're making a TV version of it for BBC/Masterpiece, 90-minute version. Which 90 minutes? I like that.
Always good.
Rupert Gould is directing again. A lot of Broadway people.
Tim Pigott-Smith is going to reprise.
Didn't you interview him?
I did. What a nice guy.
You could look up that interview.
He played Prince Charles.
It's a good interview. Oliver Chris is playing William again. Richard Goulding will play Harry again. Margot
Lester
is
will play
playing Camilla again. Thank you for saving me
You're
from
welcome.
that last name. Anyway, so that's happening. Brandon Victor Dixon was awesome on MTV last night. I guess
Yes.
after Hamilton, he went and did a
Non-stop.
Is that what it was? He went
See
and did
what I did?
MTV. It's called MTV's The People's Playhouse. He sang this beautiful song "We Are," so check that out. It's on the site. Speaking of great songs, Jason Robert Brown. I was going on yesterday. You missed it about how much I love Kristen Chenoweth's
Oh, that's a
concert.
shock. You like something Kristen Chenoweth did?
at
What?
L'Enfant Theater all week. It's really good, and
it
she
is.
has special guests every night. And apparently tonight, Jason Robert Brown will be there, and I was actually thinking it'd be really interesting to see her. She makes fun of Trump in the show. She sings "Popular" as Donald Trump, and there's a
Makes
lot of
sense.
politics. So I was curious to see how
she's
she
gonna
was
swirl
reacting
that.
to all this. Well, apparently Jason Robert Brown is premiering a new song called "Hope"
I like
at the
that.
show tonight, and there's like a demo version on the site,
Cool.
so you could watch it that way too. But you can also see it live on Broadway. Shirley Ralph is on Show People.
How much do we love her? She's an inspiration. Just watch it. You're going to feel better about everything.
I have to say, a lot of people at the office said they felt better today after watching my interview with Shirley Ralph.
Shirley Ralph
she's
is amazing.
Amazing.
She's amazing. She's just got such a great outlook.
You used to
on
hang
life.
out with her the other day about a secret project.
A secret project.
Anyway, we love Shirley Ralph, who
and
by
when
the
I met
way,
her, she was wearing-
embraces the word diva.
She does. It's her
Kristen
book.
Chenoweth talks about the word diva in her show too, because she says
Some
like
people
I don't
don't
like.
like
She
it.
does this whole song about I don't like the word diva, and then they say, isn't the name of your company Diva International? And she's like, oh yeah, it is. Apparently it is. So whatever. Spoiler for that joke. There's a new block of Hamilton tickets on sale on Broadway.com.
You can get
we sell tickets here.
for Hamilton.
Yeah,
like
and
actual tickets
for next summer, fall.
Yeah, just
You
plan
gotta
ahead.
wait a little
Plan ahead.
bit, but
That's okay.
there'll be good people in it.
Yeah.
The Broadway.com show is up. New episode.
Yeah.
Anything exciting there? News?
Of course there is.
News?
Well, yeah. Well, we have a star of the week, as Todrick called. That's why I have Kinky Boots on the brain.
Oh, no.
Kinky Boots on the brain. We've got a great picture of Cynthia Erivo with her medal from when she ran the New York City Marathon.
And a Building Broadway video that you did with Tom Scott.
Tom Scott did the sets and the costumes for Les Liaisons Dangereuses. And
What'd you learn?
A lot. I mean, first of all, it's a real concept. It's not like a traditional, here we're just in a beautiful room in France. And he explains that concept. There are real candles that they use. You can see the
Fire
melting.
hazard.
It's a fire hazard. Yeah, that's what we learned.
But there's been fire on Broadway before.
But it's a very ghostly, very haunting, and he explains how he got that look. It's really, really interesting. He's a nice guy.
Do you remember the fire in Pippin? That was terrifying. Remember how big the flames were in Pippin?
Oh, yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
whatever. And they tried to get him to jump in it. Okay, I'm done. I'm out. So
Ladies
you
and
introduce
gentlemen.
and I'll do the applause.
Oh, I like doing the applause. Okay, no, you do it. No,
I'll do it.
You want to be a part of it? It's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, Postell Pringle from Othello, the remix.
Thank you.
Thank you. No,
Please, no applause,
Everyone, please. Hey, Postell.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Hey. Okay, first of all, I haven't seen Othello yet, so I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not going to pretend like I saw it.
Okay.
But I've seen the Shakespeare version.
Oh, no.
It's not like that. Don't worry about that. You don't like
don't
Shakespeare?
bother with that.
Don't worry
bother
about
with
that.
It's not,
but
nothing
it's the
compared to
same
this.
theme. So the Othello, in my memory, is about a really jealous individual.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of inner issues, shall we
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
And you play that guy.
Yes, I do.
Okay, but this is remixed.
Yeah.
So where are we when in this version?
Well, and our version is like I would call it like a true adaptation in the sense that we actually actually do what Shakespeare did, which is like take a story and we actually we adapt it, meaning like in nature.
own spin
Yeah,
on it.
exactly. In nature, you take something, you make it relevant for yourself.
Yeah.
So we take ours, we set it in the world of hip hop. Shakespeare is a like almost like a sort of young Jay-Z or The Game, like or even like a la like Biggie sort of like character who's like come from like the slums, come from the gutter, and has used his talent and his love for what he does and made something out of himself. He falls in love with this woman named Desdemona because they start to make beautiful music. She sings hooks and, you know, she has this beautiful voice, and then they actually fall in love. There's a character of Iago who is in his crew, and he's kind of more of a, I guess, more of like a hip hop purist to some extent,
Okay,
like
that makes sense.
a la like early Eminem or Big L or like a lot of.
So he sees it how he wants to see it. He's got
Yeah.
his own way. of
Yeah,
things to be
exactly.
done.
Like yes, exactly. Hip hop should stay this certain sort of thing.
Yes.
It shouldn't necessarily go
Be
into the
pop.
level of pop or the level of ambition that
Okay.
where
It's for
Othello
our
wants
people,
to take
it's this,
it.
whatever it is.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And then there's a character of Cassio who's this like young character. We liken him to like Will Smith, and he doesn't like Will Smith. I'm just saying.
Well, I would say Iago doesn't like.
Yeah,
Cassio. That's what I would say to that. Iago's probably not.
Well, you
so
know what?
into that.
That's his problem because he's awesome. But Cassio is this guy that Othello puts on, and Othello overlooks Iago for like the ambition of kind of like going pop to some extent, and that's what really puts the burr in.
So there's jealousy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's
Exactly. So Iago enacts a plot to ruin Othello's relationship. Yeah, and then
in
it
80
just spirals
minutes,
down from
ladies and gentlemen. In 80 minutes. So you get to rap.
there. Oh yeah. All right.
And how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about
Well,
that?
first of all, you're an actor.
Yes, I am.
You're a pure actor.
Hmm?
You're a rap
you.
guy.
I am a rap guy.
You're a
I'm
movement
yeah.
choreographer.
I'm kind of a
dancer
fake
person.
actor. I'm a pure rapper. I'm just kidding.
Fake, pure. Got your own thing. So do you freestyle ever?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. Why?
That's
Why?
like
You
a
wanna...
that's like a skill I will never have, and I don't think anyone wants to see me even try because that
Really,
won't happen
I would love to see you
no,
try
no,
and
no,
freestyle.
no, that's never gonna happen. But I don't everyone in the room is like, please don't, please don't.
I'll drop a beatbox for you.
No, I'm good.
How about if I did like 2 couplets and you do something?
No way. But no, I'm not embarrassing myself.
I would.
in
You
front
know
of
what?
all these people.
I'm gonna when she comes to the show, I'm gonna get her to do it afterwards, and then
Okay,
I'll see if we
privately.
film it.
I still won't do it, but privately we could hang out.
Okay, work.
But how did you learn how to do that? Is it just in your DNA, something you grew up with?
I mean, I would like to say that. Yeah, I mean, I've been a hip hop cat since I grew up in Decatur, Georgia. I've been a hip hop cat since like way back. I think, in fact, to tell you the truth, like I think of myself more as like a rapper who started doing acting because I wanted to find a way to perform, and there was no like graduate school or like BA program that really taught you how to rap. So,
Let's get on that, people.
Yeah, but luckily, like with hip hop, my favorite forms of hip hop coming up were stuff like Slick Rick and Rakim and the Native Tongues and.
What was the first record you had? Like
The very first record I had?
really excited about, like that you spent your.
I mean,
money
I
on?
remember what it was.
I bet you do.
I remember I bought the cassette tape for UTFO, self-titled UTFO, at Six Flags over Georgia. When I'm super dating
amazing.
myself.
That's
I'm dating
amazing.
myself. But yeah, which is a song that has Roxanne, Roxanne, and I wanna be your man. Roxanne, Roxanne. You know, yeah.
I just want to hang
Kango
out with you
Kid,
all the time.
educated rapper. Yeah. Dr. Ice. Just saying.
So
I know my stuff.
in Othello, the remix, I like to say it like that.
Yeah.
What kind of songs we're gonna hear? What kind of rap will we hear?
Well, actually, you'll hear kind of a range. Like I said,
Because they're different. That each person has a different
the scale,
take on it.
right? Exactly. But the scale of the music goes from these like really raw, multisyllabic, like like rip your face off sort of rhymes, and when they start to add sort of hooks and more melody to it, which makes it ideally makes it something more for the charts.
Right,
And
more
makes
crossover.
Yeah, exactly. So when they start to add that to it, you go from the like raw underground rap stuff to stuff that can actually be played on the radio, and then it gets, and then it starts to take a really dark turn, obviously.
Because it's a tragedy, people.
Unfortunately.
So
But in our version, has a lot of comedy in it.
yeah, because the Q brothers know how to do that.
Yeah, we do.
You guys know how to do that. Let's ask some questions. Oh, all right, we gotta ask. Do you want to be in a musical? Alec wants to know. Do you want to be in a musical on Broadway?
Yeah, well, what kind of money are we talking about?
Well, this isn't actually a negotiating.
Oh,
moment.
okay.
This is just a general
okay.
question.
Oh, then yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
We'll call his agent. And then they
Penny
ask, of
Lucky-
course, they're going to ask
Lucky
about
Agency.
Hamilton. So Q Brothers were around in 2000, as Paul and I said, on the launch,
Yeah.
rapping and doing something classical back then, and really funny and really amazing. I still remember that stuff, even though it was 17 years ago. Anyway, but Hamilton really popularized, having a hip hop musical.
Yeah.
They weren't the first. Lin-Manuel Miranda was not the first. I think he would tell you that.
Yeah, and
But
the
it
truth
is
is,
popular.
the Q Brothers weren't the first either.
No, I don't think.
Yeah,
who was
there's
first? I don't know
always
who was first.
well, I mean, I can think of a couple different people that have been doing the form of what we do, the form of what Lin-Manuel Miranda does before us. I mean, there was even a version of Twelfth Night that had some of the members of the Fugees, like back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
wait, you're
but
working on a version of 12th Night, right?
I am.
Yeah, I know that. I read your bio.
Yeah. It's called the Illyria Project. I'm actually working on it with one of my Q Brothers collaborators, Jackson Doran, the guy who plays Cassio,
That's
and
fun.
Amelia.
So but that's what I'm saying. You are a creator. You're a movement guy,
Yes, I am.
choreographer.
Yeah. Yes.
How did you get to do all? You do everything. You're like a quintuple threat.
You just try and find a way to like get a job, basically, and
Well,
so
you
you
could
do.
get a job. This isn't a job. This is a
But
creative living. This
yes,
is an artistic
absolutely,
life.
absolutely. Well, kind of, I was going. What I started to say like a while back was that I wanted to be a rapper, but there was no way of doing that. I got into theater. Luckily, I fell in love with that, but I never gave up hip hop. I was always rapping with these same guys, in fact, and so it's always been about just figuring out a way to get that into our artwork. And so I had the opportunity to do a show, for instance, with Bill T. Jones and Joe Bonney, and it was written by Will Power. and that was actually another.
That's amazing.
It was called The Seven. It was at New York Theater Workshop, and then later at La Jolla. But besides training and dancing, that really, really like taught me what goes into choreography, the opportunity to work with Bill T. Jones.
Yeah.
And I've just incorporated that into my own work and becoming a choreographer myself for a lot of our stuff. So
Amazing. Someone asks, Scott asks, does Shakespeare easily lend itself to hip hop?
yeah, it's actually.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you why. It's an easy marriage. Shakespeare was.
Well, it rhymes a lot of the time. That helps.
Yeah, that does help. But also, like Shakespeare was particularly when he was doing verse, he was doing iambic pentameter, obviously, and hip hop works in 4/4. What Shakespeare was doing was using poetic language. He was creating words. He was using body language, very funny, but also very oftentimes blue humor, dirty sort of humor, and also super intelligent highbrow.
Yeah.
He was mixing all of that together, and that's everything that great hip hop does. That's exactly what hip hop does.
Well,
So
and
it's
he was,
like they
he
make
was
complete
creating new
sense.
forms, and that's what hip hop does also.
Yeah,
There
absolutely.
you go. Billy is asking, do you have any projects in the works for Broadway?
For Broadway, we have a couple different projects. Not specifically for Broadway, but Billy, if you got some money, talk to me. If you know some people.
The contracts are just going to come rolling in, everyone. Just relax with the contracts today, will you? Now, you were on Broadway, is that right?
Yes, it was.
You were in A Free Man of Color.
Yes, it was.
I love that show.
Yeah.
I love that show. So George C. Wolfe directed that, who is kind of a god of Broadway.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
one
he
of
knows
the
everything.
greatest. He's one of the greatest
Was
theater
that fun for you to
artists
work on?
ever. Yeah, it was great. Actually, the people on that show were. I just learned so much. Again, that was another great artist that just being in the room with him was amazing.
If
Just
you can
watching
keep up,
him
he
work.
talks fast.
Yes, he does.
It's
Yes, he
amazing.
does.
You
Yes, he
can't,
does.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, he does. But it just being in the room with him, being in the room with John Guare, and the opportunity to actually be on stage with people like Jeffrey Wright and Mos Def and like Yassine Bey, and my boy Joseph Marcel. Who can I quick story on that?
Please.
Which I always love to tell. The best thing, like the first two people. Did you ever see that show?
Of course I did.
Yeah, with the first two people
I
that
would
come
be
out,
recommending it,
the
yeah.
first two people that come out are Jeffrey Wright and Mos, and most of the time you get a huge applause, of course.
Sure. But this was at Lincoln Center.
Yeah.
It was like a weird mix of stuff going on there.
It was, but I loved it because during the student matinees, like Jeffrey Wright and Mos would come out, and of course they would get a huge applause or whatever. But then Joseph Marcel would come out, and Joseph Marcel, if you don't know, it played Jeffrey on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's actually an old school master RSC actor. Like he played Banquo to Ian McKellen's Macbeth and Dame Judi Dench's Lady, and like I mean he's a master, and like it's awesome because those guys would come on stage, and then the next person was Joseph Marcel, was G from The Fresh Prince, and they were like, oh, son. Like, yeah, it was great. It was great. They're like he was just sunning them. I mean, I loved it. I loved it. But I mean, there was also so many great theater actors in it. Vianne Cox, who's like she's a treasure.
Paul Dano.
Yeah. Paul, he's the man. Just the opportunity to be in that show with a lot of people who are actually also doing great in the business now.
Yeah, and such a great mix of people. That was I really loved that show. It just took you on a journey.
It really
did
did.
Not know where it was going to go.
It really did, and it was just like it was kind of like half restoration piece, half like huge long history lesson. It was kind of Shakespearean all in itself.
Yeah.
I was
really.
grateful to be in that cast.
Yeah.
For sure.
And now you are the lead. You are the leading man. I'm going to call you the leading man. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. In Othello, the remix.
Yeah.
It's not Othello. It's not going to take all afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, not at all. Can I
It's all
tell
men.
them
It's all men.
It's 80 minutes.
It's 80 minutes.
Wait,
and
it's
I
four
haven't seen
guys.
it, but I'm so excited.
It's four guys.
because
We play 20 plus characters, and there's a DJ Supernova, who's just there's a pre-party before the show. So make sure you get there a little bit early so you can hear like he's dropping ish. He's just killing it. And he spins the entire show. So yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Let's see if we have any extra questions here. They all want to know what your deal is with Hamilton. Oh, it's
What
Othello.
deal is with him?
Hamilton. Did you see Hamilton?
I haven't. I don't have $1,500 to drop on a ticket, but I would love to see it.
It's not $1,500. Go to Broadway.com. There's a new blog
Nice.
planned for
Okay,
the fall
cool.
summer.
I will.
I'm
I'll
just
do that.
saying.
I'll do that. No, I would actually. I would love to see it. I just haven't had the opportunity or
Or
the
be
money
in
at
it.
the time. Yeah.
Auditions are happening now. Scott says there's an Othello mania with a remix and Daniel Craig's production.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is.
I would like to see that,
It's
actually.
it's a show that's always relevant.
Yeah.
Always relevant.
I would say so.
Okay, we're gonna say goodbye.
Okay.
You want to sing Roxanne while we sing goodbye? Roxanne.
Roxanne,
Do it for me.
Roxanne, Roxanne.
See you tomorrow, guys.